Oh, hello one and all. It's a very sweaty day, so I hope all you lovely pregnant ladies are keeping yourself nice and cool, making sure you're taking enough water and maintaining your hydration. What I'm going to talk about today is I'm actually going to talk about two signs of labour that aren't commonly spoken about. And the reason they're not commonly spoken about is because not every lady will experience them. So normally we talk about three signs of labour: your mucus plug, water's breaking, and contractions. And the reason they're more commonly spoken about is because every woman at some point will experience those signs of labour. But the signs of labour I'm going to speak about, not everyone will experience. So, hello one and all, my name is Teresa, I'm a midwife. I offer continual support and antenatal classes for those who are interested. You'll be able to find my details in the comments. Let's move on. Here we go. Those beautiful signs of labour. The first one, believe it or not, is nausea. And we are talking when you are full term. So we are talking about when a lady has reached 37 weeks of pregnancy. She's now full term. And she wakes up one day and she just feels nauseous. You know, her birth partner may come and present her with a beautiful breakfast they've made for her. And she'll look at it and she'll go, oh. Whereas normally she can just eat all of that breakfast. This morning she's going, oh no, I just feel really off. I can't eat a thing. Why is she feeling nauseous? What is the nausea about? How is it a sign of labour? Well, here's your thing. Before you go into labour, you see, your body doesn't just go, hey, let's labour now. No, before you go into labour, you see, our bodies are just incredible. And we produce all these hormones. And before your labour even begins, there's been hormones rushing round and preparing your body. You won't notice, except for one or two ladies. And these ladies are the ladies who are very sensitive to the change in hormones. They're very sensitive. And what happens for them is they experience nausea. Having the experience of nausea isn't a reason for you to go, oh, labour's starting. It doesn't mean that. All it may mean is that, do you know what? Your body is preparing. So it's kind of seen as a sign because your body is preparing. It's getting you ready, and pretty soon you will be going into labour. Now, your next beautiful sign of labour that isn't often talked about, and I know you're going to love, okay? Diarrhea. Oh, you're kidding me, right? No. And I know there's going to be some of you that think, please, on top of everything else, you're going to tell me I'm going to have diarrhea. Not necessarily. And in actual fact, it's not always a negative thing. So let me just give you a few more details. One, you won't necessarily experience it, and that's why it's not seen as a sign of labour that's commonly spoken about. Only a number of ladies will experience it. So why will they experience it? And is it really diarrhea? No, it's not. And I think the term is incorrectly used because it's actually more like loose stool. You see, with diarrhea is associated with bacteria. You might have picked up a bug, or you might have experienced food poisoning. And for you, the experience is, oh, please, you break into a sweat. Oh, my goodness, you have cramps and you definitely have to get to that toilet. And when you go, hello to the no, everyone knows you've gone. When you're pregnant and your body's preparing you for going into labour, it just means that you actually have loose and more frequent stool. It doesn't mean that you're breaking into a sweat. I certainly hope you're not. And it doesn't mean you're having cramps. Unless they're contractions, I certainly hope you're not. And in actual fact, the smell, there shouldn't be, you know, when you've got diarrhea with a bug, hello, it can knock you sideways. It will be your own smell that you're familiar with, okay? You're loving this conversation, aren't you? But what your body's doing, okay, the idea behind what I've understood is that the body is clearing itself. It's preparing you for going into labour, and it's clearing itself. I'm not 100% sold on that, if I'm truthful with Because if that was the case, then everyone would have that experience. I'm actually more inclined to think this is, again, is the body's response to hormones. That's where I'm at, but I don't have any evidence to support that. I'm putting that out there. If you disagree, or if you have evidence of the cause, do you know what? Please put it in the comments. Let's go with this. I'm quite happy. Now, the reason I said that it's not necessarily negative, and yes, you're right, if it was me, I'd be thinking, oh, please, let that be her experience, not mine, okay? But in truth, clearing out before you go into labour, if you think about it, isn't necessarily a negative thing, if you know where I'm getting at. Anyway, my lovelies, I hope this has been helpful. Like I say, you will find my information in the comments, and if you wish to comment yourself, please do. As they say, like and subscribe. Goodbye, one and all. Bye.